What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch season 1. There's only one season. We're getting ready to watch episode 7 of The Pacific. Last episode, Sledge and Snafu got a lot of focus. Obviously, Lecky got severely, I don't want to say severely injured because he looked pretty good at the end of the episode, but I mean, he was pretty goddamn messed up. You know what I mean, from the looks of it when it happened. So I'm excited to see where we go from here. I don't want to say excited again. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I feel like at the beginning of every episode of The Pacific or Band of Brothers, and I would assume same with it's going to be with Masters of the Air, you know, I go into it like it's a show. Oh, I'm going to watch this episode of a show, and then I get into it, and then I'm like, fuck, this is real. Fuck, this is real, man. And it just hits me. It once made me cry. I'm ready to watch this episode. I'm not excited, I'm ready. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions on Patreon. By now, I am probably already finished The Pacific over on my Patreon, and I'm probably either a couple episodes or maybe even completely done, but I can't guarantee you that. But I'm probably a decent way into Masters of the Air. The link is in the description, and the YouTube comments will have the exact episode I'm currently on, either on The Pacific or on Masters of the Air, wherever I'm at. And finally, most importantly, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. It really does help me out. I'll see you guys. Not see you guys. I'm about to end the video. We're gonna get into it. Let's go. Man, he looks haunted. I didn't want you to come here, my boy. I know you gotta be a hero for your country. My God, dude. It's literally like I'm Fear and Filth? It's like I'm watching a young man age like 20 years in a couple months. Oh, is it writing it? Is that a Bible? I don't know. Just end him. Just end. Oh my God, brother. Cinematically, this might be like one of the best, especially openings of an episode of either show so far. Man, going on almost a month now, probably. That spirit so easily diminished. But the resiliency of these men is, you know what I mean, what makes them absolute legends. You know, we might be down for now, but we're going to come right back up.
He used to not smoke.
Yes, I do now.
Atrocities. I don't like that he's smiling at that. Like, I don't want him to have to smoke.
Go get your chow. 1100. That guy just gave us the fucking morning off.
The simple stuff, just, you know what I mean? They're in, again, I don't have to repeat it, but they're in such a horrific, you know what I mean, setting. So even the simplest of stuff.
You realize our ancestors probably shot at each other? At Gettysburg or Bull Run?
My great-grandfather served with General Bragg.
Yeah? What's your old man do?
He's a doctor, internal medicine. Treated vets from the First World War.
Might have patched up Gunny Haney. My dad's a shop foreman at a textile mill in Massachusetts. He weaved wool fabric for the military. All our marine greens. Our blankets.
Thank you.
It's nice to think my father
fucking
might have
bugs.
something to do with the blankets we sleep in.
Aww. Again, when it comes to a war like this in the army, and every part of it is so important, you know what I mean?
No, sir.
Go get him.
It's just a never-ending, fucking, constant shitstorm
Way to go first.
of injury.
Here you go. Thanks, man. Super fun.
Oh, that's so fucking... Again, this is what I mean when I watch stuff like this. Like, that's inspirational and motivational. Like, we're people that just came from hell going into hell, and we're, like, motivating and sharing and helping a little bit.
What kind of man walks into a field of fire in defense of his country?
A real man?
What kind of man has already served his country as a soldier in the Philippines way before Pearl Harbor, then volunteers to fight the Japs as a Marine in the islands of the Pacific? What kind of man risked his...
How to assume the growing... He's obviously happy that, you know what I mean, he's not in the midst of it, but I think a part of him may be feeling guilty that he's being brought up as this The hero of Guadalcanal, yet he's not there with his brothers.
Horrible wounds while killing countless savage Japs in the key battle at Guadalcanal. I will tell you.
Obviously, I've spoken about this. Like, you need people like Barcelona, and you need money, and you know what I mean. You need that in war, but also it feels so artificial. You know what I mean? It feels like a goddamn. It's an advertisement. Wow. That's... Oh my god. Dude, what the hell's up with the cinematography this episode? They said, fuck it, we're just gonna... Oh my god. Such high quality so far. And, let me see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, jump scare.
Who the hell was that? 2 chaps, I think. One ran down the road, the other jumped in Packer's foxhole. All right, stay in your foxholes. Stay alert. There might be more.
Gotta get a message out there somehow, alert people.
How long you people been doing this?
Oh.
You don't get out of your fucking hole at night? Because this is what happens.
Hallucinating the shit?
One of us gets tired. One of us gets lazy.
Jesus.
One of us doesn't keep his ass.
Oh no, okay.
This is what happens.
Wow.
Canapil. What kind of asshole shoots the guy? Huh? An asshole like you.
Oh my god. Totally.
Sledge. Hurry. I'm sure. They're in there.
I'll be honest, I can't hear anything. I don't know if I can trust him. I don't know. Oh my god, dude, it's rocking a hard place. Get that shit back on.
Damn a buggy up here. Keep them bottled
You
up.
almost get shot in the fucking head, and you gotta still do the orders, you know what I mean?
Fire in the hole!
Jesus. That's up! Run! Shrapnel, fucking fuck.
You gotta help me. We gotta move. Come on. Hold on, Bill.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, they're like zombies! Look at me, I can't see, motherfucker! Oh my god. Oh my god. What a horrifying visual. Again, it's war. That's so fucking. Oh my god. It's like, they're not even human. Such a scary visual, you know what I mean? And horrifying that is. How many fucking people are in this goddamn bunker?
Christ, put him out of his misery. Fuck off.
Go do it, man. a great shot. Looking at him like he's some, you know, like he's a monster or something like that, or he's weaker. No!
You can't dwell on it. You can't dwell on any of it.
I like it's traits of a good leader. Like, you know, obviously they're watching him from afar, talking to him. He knows that shit is
Try and get some rest, boys.
going on in his head, and he's questioning, and he's give a little bit of not just reassurance, but I mean, in war, you have to help people through the trauma and how to. You can't like give them an immediate okay, I understand now, you know, but you need to help them try to move forward. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. It's another thing too that I want to talk about, and obviously I don't want anyone to misunderstand what I'm saying. When there's injured men on the battlefield, we have to help them, like, and I want to help them. But also, I couldn't imagine being in a role like this where you have to carry a stretcher or you have to carry a giant weapon, like, you know what I mean, where I don't feel like I can properly defend myself immediately. And again, Sledge is a fucking badass, you know what I mean? Like, he's struggling mentally right now, but he's still moving.
Get him up!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck!
That's what I said. It feels like an earthquake. Dude, it's raining ash and dirt and shit. Oh, Jesus, man. And that's another, again, I'm not saying it's for nothing because you had to try and save your men. Because they're your brothers, you care about them. But again, it's almost like it's all for nothing.
Did you see Haney?
Even tough fucking son of a bitches, you know what I mean? Don't.
Haney is the old breed.
Your brother's dying around you, you know what I mean? You're not tough if you don't care about him. That's... No. It feels hopeless, you know what I mean? It feels never ending. And just like he was talking about, you know, if I've already dodged fate 5 times, I'm not going, oh, I'll dodge it a 6th time. No, I'm going, yeah, the 6th time, that's what's gonna fucking get me.
Oh, shit! Let me fucking shoot him!
That's horrifically funny.
What the fuck is the matter with you? Why'd you take so long to shoot him?
It's funny to see your ass out.
Mouth, it's coming out your ass.
Look like you in a sack race, Jay.
Oh, jeez.
I shit myself. No kidding. I fucking shit myself. You guys are fucking nuts.
Go back and get some new dungarees, Jake.
Now it's all over my hands.
Yeah.
You left a trail, boy. They're gonna find us now.
You see what I mean? Like, it's horrible, but like there's moments of levity that Jesus Christ. Great leader. May I join? I don't want anyone to. Some people follow and respect, you know what I mean? And that's just another damper on morale as well. Not even just like on morale, obviously like critically, you know what I mean? A very powerful person and leader, but that genuinely might be the most vile thing I've seen. One of the most vile things in TV, and funny enough, actually, I was gonna say the most vile, but the other moment that I can think of is from Mr. Robot, in which Rami Malek is also involved. So this motherfucker is just involved in the most heinous shit possible. Yeah, snapping him? Or are you gonna go get your teeth? It's like being yelled at by a teacher. Jesus. Coming back to change, man.
Doing, Sledgehammer?
Thought I'd bag me some Jap gold.
You don't want to do that.
Why not? I saw you do it.
Protect him. Try to protect him. It's not him.
The germs. Doc Caswell says all these dead nips have germs.
Germs.
Bad germs.
Thank you.
Diseases that'll make you sick.
Come on, don't. Stay true. Like, this is why I didn't want him to be here, because even the thought of him having to think about doing that is just... I respect Snafu for that. Again, like, I want to repeat, like, I respect him for wanting to be a man and be a hero and be here, but this is just why I was just so vehemently against him showing up, because it fundamentally, the trauma that you experience here fundamentally changes you, your core, how people will see you, sadly. I'm not talking about, like, how people will look down on you. I'm just saying that you're going to be mentally changed, and people will be able to tell and feel bad for you. So sometimes it changes people for the worst as well, and sometimes it does change people into being bad people. So that is also a factor.
Keep it.
Jesus.
What the hell are they doing here?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Women?
Hi. Hi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Here you are.
Thanks, man.
Hi, welcome back. Good to see you.
You're pretty. No, 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 no. Jesus. Man, another one of my more favorite, or I don't know what the exact word is. That's definitely my top half of the episodes. It felt very reminiscent of those, and I've really praised them, the second half of Band of Brothers. You know, where we have the one focused character, and obviously Sledge is, you know what I mean, one of the best characters in the show. It's just heartbreaking to watch this. And again, I don't want anyone to misunderstand what I'm saying, and I'm going to be honest. Out of all my reaction series, the people who misunderstand my words the most are in reactions like Band of Brothers in the Pacific, because I don't know. I think people hear me say something negative about an institution, or just saying, oh, this is horrific, this is horrifying, and that equaling me disrespecting veterans or anything like that. And I think that's quite stupid. I have family members who were in, like, you know, Vietnam and shit like that, so like I very much respect it, but it's someone like Sledge, who back home feels bright and can be talented and could really live a life and have a happy family and all that. They come here, and again, they come here with that desire, that thought to like be a hero. You know what I mean? And again, I don't want anyone to overact what I'm saying, but I feel it's a giant cycle in the sense of I feel like they want to be a hero because of the advertisements, because of the propaganda, and I want to be really like an army needs that stuff to thrive. It needs funding. It needs men. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I understand it. You need to always constantly push it so that people join. You know what I mean? But I feel like people like Sledge are lured there. You know what I mean? To be a hero, to be a savior, to do this and to do that, and you're not a man. You're not a real man if you're not there. You know what I mean? You're a failure to your country. You're a failure to your people. You're essentially you're a pussy. If you don't show up to this war, you're a pussy. That's the vibe that I get from this aspect of society, especially in this time. You know what I mean? And people like Sledge, you get here and like it's not like a blanket slate like it happens to everyone where I'm like saying like, oh, your life is ruined, but the chances of you either dying or being crippled or you being mentally fucked up that you can't enjoy anything in life. I said it in the middle of the reaction, but there are times like I've heard of true stories in which bright young people go to war and they come back and it's essentially like, you know what I mean, they commit suicide because of all the trauma they've experienced, or they become someone completely different, someone abusive, someone who can't cope. Like it's just a horrifying thing. And again, I repeat, you're with people. The bond that you create in this place in war with your brothers, it's so heightened and strengthened, and you know what I mean. It's something that you can have different family members. You can have cousins, or you can have a good relationship with your parents, or you know what I mean. You can have multiple wives or multiple girlfriends, or you know what I mean. But like being with someone in this war zone, it creates a bond that cannot be replicated. And then to just see them die one by one with no goodbye, you know what I mean, seeing them die in the most gruesome way possible, it fucks you up. And it's, again, I'm watching a TV show about this stuff, and obviously it's based on real life, but again, there's TV show isms about it, you know what I mean. But I'm just watching the TV show ism of it, and I'm horrified. That's why I've said countless times, I cannot fathom, I cannot fucking fathom actually going through this shit. To see Sledge's, felt like his psyche and his will and everything just slowly get beat down and beat down and beat down. You know what I mean? After seeing how, I don't want to say ecstatic, but seeing how much he wanted to be there in the first place, it's terrible. And I will say, I really love Snafu as well. And actually, before I get to Snafu, I want to mention Gunny, because I feel like that backs up the points I was just talking about. Like, one of my biggest pet peeves, and again, I am a man, I am 21 years old, I'm in a newer generation, you know what I mean, and I think it's one of those things to where, again, it's obvious, people talk about toxic masculinity, and I would assume that a couple of you guys think that people in today's society talk about toxic masculinity a little too much, but it's an obvious fact. Like back then, back in this time, before that time, even 30, 40 years ago, even 20 years ago, like the idea of, crying or your emotions or you're this or you're that, you know what I mean, like it for a grown man to want to express them, or not even want to express them, but just to express them, you can't control them really, you know what I mean. I feel like a lot of people, especially a lot of men, you know what I mean, are like, oh, you weak, you're a pussy, you're this, you're that, but someone as tough as fucking nails like Gunny, you know what I mean, that's your brothers. And it pisses me off because I have experienced, and I'm not saying like shit to me, but I've experienced as and I've seen other people, or I've watched certain things, or I've heard stories of people going through traumatic experiences and being told to toughen up, man the fuck up, don't cry, don't this, don't that. So I really I don't want to say respect, because it's not respect, because I'm horrified by it, but like, it makes me emotional seeing grown men get emotional. You know what I mean? As someone who, and I think you guys can probably tell, I'm raised by women, like my entire family. You know, I have, you know what I mean? I have not, I don't have a great grandfather. I have a great grandfather. You know what I mean? I have a great grandfather, but I was raised by a single mother. I don't have any male siblings or anything like that. I have a couple male cousins, but you know what I mean? It's cousins. But seeing grown men experience that, it just, you know what I mean? It hits you harder, if that makes any sense, than for me seeing a woman cry, for instance. And all groups of people, all demographics experience that. You know what I mean? If you were a black woman, you know, I would assume that seeing a black woman, you know, go through something really tough makes you even more emotional than a white man. You understand what I mean? But anyway, the final thing I do want to talk about, I absolutely love Snafu there, and I respect the hell out of Snafu there. At least the way that I viewed that scene with first of all, that chalice head. You know what I mean? Him cobbing rocks into a blown off skull is crazy. And I know I said it in the middle of the episode, but I do just want to re-mention it because it is really funny. I was going to say that that's the most gruesome thing I've ever seen, but there's like one or two things that I've seen in Mr. Robot that involved Rami Malek, that, you know, aren't necessarily as like gruesomely violent, but just like, I'm talking like views on TV that just made me go, oh my god, that Mr. Robot definitely tops. So, but you know, the way I view that scene, it's an elder statesman seeing how much Sledge is struggling, seeing how innocent he was, and how that's sort of being challenged and crushed and all that, and trying to save him from that torment just a little bit. You know what I mean? Just holding him back from going all the way, because once you go all the way, there is no coming back. And I think that Snafu sees that, and I really respect and love him for pulling Sledge away, or at least trying to pull Sledge away a little bit. So I really hope that it does work out in the end. But I think that's going to be it. That was another phenomenal episode of the Pacific. You know, this is on par for Band of Brothers to me. I think so far through the first 7 episodes of each. I don't know. I think that Band of Brothers is a better show, and I think it's a better, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I think that it shows the war and that better, but I think that might just be more of a European thing than the you know, Pacific thing. But I think that the characters I'm much more invested in on a personal level in this show. And again, obviously this is based off real life, but I am watching a show, so one could argue that from me watching a show perspective, I might like the Pacific a little more by the end of it, just as I'm a little more invested in the characters. But people like specifically Sledge and Lecky are easily already my 2 favorite characters of either show. So I do really like them as characters. But I will see you guys next week for episode 8. We've got 3 more episodes of 3 more episodes of the Pacific left. So I'm ready to see what happens. But if you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon by now. I'm probably already finished the Pacific, like I said at the beginning of the episode, and I'm probably a couple episodes into Masters of the Air. Check it out if you're interested. Link is in the description. There's a YouTube comment. It's $10 a month for live action shows. And finally, and most importantly, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Again, it really does help me out. I'll see you guys. You guys have a good one.